If you're a real estate agent who is struggling to generate consistent real estate leads, especially in this current market shift, you're going to want to watch the video that I have for you today. We're going to focus on an area that most people in the real estate industry are forgetting, which means massive opportunity, less competition, and easier for you to dominate your local market and become the go-to person in your community for real estate. So stay tuned and let's dive in. My name is Jacob Shireman, and I am a digital marketing expert with over 15 years of experience specializing in web design and search engine optimization. If you don't want to miss out on future videos, go ahead and hit that follow button, give this video a like, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of my new content. So let's go ahead and dive into today's topic. So how do we start optimizing our website and start ranking with local SEO? And that is, we need to have a good foundation of what local SEO or SEO is. And basically, in simple terms, search engine optimization is basically where we're focusing on specific keywords or keyword phrases that our target user or our ideal client is going to search for. And when they search for those keywords, we come up somewhere in the search engine results pages. Now, depending where we come up in that ranking, that is the process of search engine optimization, which needs to be done on an ongoing basis. I daily look at my search engine results and constantly working on my website, but it's something that you definitely want to do weekly, if not minimum 2 to 3 times a month. Now, how do we do this SEO, the search engine optimization process? And that is done with 3 types of SEO. So the first type of SEO, you're going to see me look back and forth on my screen. I just want to make sure I get everything for this because it is a lot. So don't tune out on me. Stay here. We're going to get a good, quick, easy understanding of this because it will really help you really rank and do what other realtors are not doing right now. So on-page SEO is the first one. And this basically refers to the factors that you actually have control of when it comes to your own website. So this will be optimizing your individual pages, your blog posts in order to rank higher in the search engines and get more relevant quality traffic to your website, which means more leads that you can generate. So on-page SEO refers to 2 types of things. That is the content that the user sees and the HTML source code. This is why it's very important if you have the resources to have a quality website designed by a real estate or a web design professional. And the reason why is you can use Fiverr or try to do it yourself, but you really want to make sure that the coding is done well, that it's concise, because this is an SEO factor. There's over 200 SEO factors. It's like a checklist and you get a score, and that's basically where your website is going to rank for that topic based on your domain authority and your SEO score. So when we talk about the content of your website, we're talking about the content that the user can read. It needs to be well written. You need to be using the keywords and keyword phrases for that specific page or blog post topic, not a bunch of random keywords. Make sure it's hyper focused for that specific topic. And then on top of that, you want to make sure you have good titles and headers on those pages. And on top of that, with the content, make sure it's readable in a 6th grade reading level. Don't use, try to write super high quality, high level content. Make sure that the average person can read it and understand it. Super important. And then when we talk about the HTML source code, we're talking about make sure that you're using your meta descriptions and your title tags. And this usually can be done with a plugin. You don't have to worry about knowing how to code HTML. If you use like WordPress, you can use the plugin called SEO by Yoast, and they automatically have a spot when you're making your pages that, what is the title for this page and what is the description, and you just follow the criteria for there. Make sure you're using the keywords for that specific page. Make sure your alt text and titles are on all of your images. This allows people that are visually impaired to know what's on your website. The browsers and other software will read it for them on the description of the photo. But this also has a good benefit for us on SEO that Google will see that description because they can't see the photo. They're just looking at the source code and they'll have an idea of what that photo is. So it's another way to sprinkle in a few keywords while optimally helping the visually impaired understand what's on our webpage. Make sure you have a good SSL certificate which is the HTTPS, or you'll see the little padlock in the URL of your website in the URL bar. If you do not have this, Google and other or Chrome and other browsers will notify the user that this website is potentially unsafe. And then guess what? Most people, because of all the spam going on today, are not going to click. Make sure you have good URL structures, good heading structures. So a good tip of that is, remember, only one H1 tag per page, and then the H2 through H6 tags you can use as much as you want. Think of them as bullet points, and your H1 tag is the main topic for the page, your main title for the page. And then also make sure you have good link structures. And you can find all kinds of articles and things like that if you're going to do the website on your own, where you can learn more about those, but make sure all of those are in place. And then once we have the on-page SEO, we're going to move to off-page SEO, which just basically refers to the ranking factors that occur off of your website. So where people are finding your URL, it's called backlinking. So maybe you were interviewed on a local blog, or any type of articles online, or you're on other profiles. When Google indexes those websites, they're going to see your URL. You want to make sure that your website's URL is on credible websites, and that's on as many as you can get. A quick way to do this is to register for online profiles and make sure that your bio and your URL is on your website. This could be like Zillow.com, Trulia, Realtor.com, all the realtor websites, Yelp. Make sure you get your Google business page, all of those things. Anywhere you can put your website, your social media accounts, make sure you do that. So that way your website is being promoted. This is kind of the promotional method of the content on your website. And then the last thing that we're going to do, which is super important, because if you do the other two things correctly and you don't have this correct, it could wreck all of your SEO, and that is what we call the technical SEO. And technical SEO basically focuses on optimizing the crawling and indexing phase of your website. So once Google finds out your website is there, it's going to crawl it, it's going to analyze the information and rank each page and blog post for specific keywords, and then check the overall other factors of your website. If it's built well, it's mobile friendly, making sure that there's no errors. You want to make sure that all of your pages are accessible, they're easy to read, so Google will want to index those content, and you want to be able to index them without any errors. They will notify you of those errors if you have Google Search Console, so you don't want that. But if you do get those, go quickly fix those. And you're going to do this by creating and submitting a sitemap. Again, that SEO by Yoast will do it for you. Most plugins will. This just lets Google know all of the pages that your website has, all of the links. That way they can go index them if they want to. It doesn't mean they're going to, but if they want to. And then make sure that all of your images are optimized, your website loads quickly, and on top of that, your website is mobile friendly. So super important. And a quick technical SEO tip is to make sure that the IDX portion of your website that pulls in all those ML listings, I would block those with your robot.txt file. Don't let them crawl that section of your website, because it's not unique content, and it actually can hurt you because it's the same content that is on your competition's website, because none of those property descriptions are unique, and it's on multiple websites. So if you can hide that, that would really help your SEO ranking. So now let's move in and talk about keyword research. Keyword research basically is the process of choosing words and phrases that your user is going to search for. And this is going to determine basically how your page ranks and what you're optimizing those pages for. So I want to give you 5 quick tips on basically how to do keyword research and find the right keywords. So the first thing is, think like your ideal client. If you haven't done this exercise on what your ideal client is, who they are, what they drive, how much money they make, how many kids they have, go do those exercises. They're all over the internet. Go Google one and make sure you have a good idea of who your client is. Okay. But you want to think like your target audience, what they would type in into the search engine. A great way to do this is to ask family, friends, past clients, what do you search for? And make sure that everything that you offer is searchable. So think about those keywords so that they can find the particular real estate services that you're providing. The second thing is study your competitors, study other agents in your area. So if there's other people that rank number one for all the things that you want to rank for, analyze their site. There's things like Ubersuggest and other tools out there that will analyze your competition's website and see what they're ranking for. You can do the whole website, specific pages, and that way you can see kind of the content they're doing, the keywords they're doing, and you can build content around that. It's okay to take the idea of the article or blog post or page. Just make sure you're not copying their content and creating duplicate content. Make sure you're just putting things in your own words, but it's okay to build off of those keywords. The third thing is to really get a good understanding of what long tail keywords are and use them. Especially if you're new to the SEO game, this is super important because you could rank really quickly and start driving a lot more traffic to your website and quality traffic by long tail keywords. Long tail keywords basically are 3 words or more or a phrase. And long tail keywords account for about 70% of searches. So, and even though they get less traffic, but it brings in a higher converting traffic because they're searching for something more specific. It's more of a long question. Maybe it's something specific about a house. So homes for sale in a specific neighborhood with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Now you see how it's like, it's getting to be a long phrase. It's not just realtors near me, realtors in Houston, real estate agent. It's more specific on what they're searching for. So if you can use more of those phrases, you will do extremely well. Utilize keyword research tools. Not only will this help you in your keywords to be able to use throughout your site, but it gives you unlimited content idea for social media, video content. You'll never run out. There's so many things you can use. You can use Google AdWords keyword tool, like Google Keyword Planner, Ubersuggest keyword. There's Ahrefs keyword tool. You can use Answer the Public and find out questions that people want to know by typing in a topic, and it'll give you like 50 to 100 questions and variations on those questions, which create great long tail keywords questions and also create content for you. And when you're focusing on that content, make sure it's content that is low to medium competition starting out. Obviously, you want those popular keywords like real estate agent in Houston or Houston real estate agent or Houston realtor, but don't depend on ranking just for those. Think about ranking for stuff in your local area. So things that people would search for before moving to a community: restaurants, nightlife, school district, crime rate, dog-friendly parks, kid-friendly parks, family activities, events, things like that. Focus your keywords around there and know how to be able to use that data, put everything in a spreadsheet and sort it by keyword volume, the trends, the competition. Try to stick to keywords with a score of 40 or less, and then find common real estate questions, put them all in there, and create content around the ones that you know you can start ranking for immediately. And the last one is analyze your results using Google Analytics and Google Search Console. Google Search Console will show you how many people search for a keyword that your website has and where you were at in the ranking and how people got to your website. Google Analytics will show you the amount of traffic that you have, the amount of unique traffic, brand new traffic that's never been there. And then on top of that, where they're coming from, how long they stayed on your website. Those are all important things that you need to know to be able to really accomplish your SEO goals. So the last thing that I want to give you so you can actually get started today are some tips on where to start or what to do now. The first thing is make sure you have a good website that's designed, that's user-friendly and mobile-friendly. Again, if you have the resources and you can find the resources, hire a professional. It will change your real estate business. Second thing is create a free account with Google Search Console and submit your sitemap like we talked about earlier so you can start crawling and indexing your website. Go ahead and get it started and then, start adding content. Then you want to create a Google Analytics account so you can start monitoring your traffic and also create a Google business profile, which is Google Maps now. And the reason why you want to do that is 50% of business owners have not even claimed their listing. And the moment you claim your listing, make sure you get as many quality reviews on there as possible so you can climb up in that maps ranking. Not only will you rank organically, but you can rank in maps. So you have 2 places in the search results. So get quality reviews and make sure all of your social media content that you're posting for real estate is going in your Google business profile as an update, because it's basically a social media platform as well. Make sure that you're also analyzing all of the titles and descriptions throughout your homepage and other internal pages and blog posts, making sure they have the keywords, that you've done them, the titles and the meta titles and descriptions as well, those tags on the back end, and that you have everything done, especially for that technical SEO. And then on top of that, make sure you're linking your website's URL to all of those social media accounts you have, creating all those online profiles. So that way you're starting to establish some business authority and some domain authority with backlinking. Make sure you create unique real estate content that your users can find and they can easily understand, and make sure you're not copying word for word other people. Changing 15, 20 words, adding your city, changing out is not enough. You need to make sure at least 60 to 70% of the content is unique, because Google will know. And lastly, if this seems overwhelming, it should be overwhelming, hire a professional. If you have the resources, I don't care if it's me or somebody else, make sure you hire a professional, ask questions, and figure out if they can align with your goals, because it will change. One thing that really frustrates me about realtors is they try to take on everything. They try to become social media experts, paid ad experts, web designers, graphic designers. They try to do all these things. The best thing you can do is do what Henry Ford did. You might not know anything about those, but you will hire the smartest person that does, because that is what's going to allow you to move your business forward. You are a realtor, not a digital marketer, not an SEO expert. Focus on those things, those income producing activities, and leave all this admin work and all these other tasks to professionals that can help you grow your real estate business. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you need help with your website, your SEO, reach out to me, book a consultation. Trust me, I do no pressure sales calls, and I will see if it's a fit and if you are even qualified to work with me and I with you, just because I want to make sure that your real estate business grows. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about what I talked about, go check out my blog article. Everything I talked about is there, and list forms, so that way you can get access to all the tools I talked about. Or shoot your question in the comment below. If there's topics you would like to see, put them down in the comments below as well. And then if you're interested in joining my real estate team and get access to all of my free training and seeing what our real estate group is doing, we have people doing so many deals their first year in real estate because of the training that we provide that other real estate groups and brokerages are not offering. So book a call with me just to see if there's anything that you're possibly missing out on and that you could benefit from. Again, I do no pressure sales calls. I just show you the facts and let you make a decision. So subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date, and I'll see you next time.